Hello, everybody. Welcome to the D-Pad. I'm Rick, and today I wanted to take a look at the trailer that just dropped, literally like half an hour ago as of the time of recording, for Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, one of the upcoming Marvel Cinematic Universe movies. They did it kind of for Simu Liu's birthday. He's the one who's playing Shang-Chi. I've been really intrigued by this because it's one of those stories that seems to be a continuation from one of the earlier ones in the MCU. If you haven't been following along with Marvel, there's some of these that have been kind of weaving their way through. The original Iron Man, Tony Stark gets kidnapped by the Ten Rings on the orders of Obadiah Stane. You don't really see them again much until Iron Man 3, where Tony's going up against the Mandarin, who turns out to actually just be Aldrich Killian, who is pretending to be this historical figure called the Mandarin, and or rather, he claims the title of it. The man he has pretending to be the Mandarin is just some British actor, and in a Marvel one-shot that takes place after that, you find out that there is an actual Mandarin, and this is someone who takes Trevor Slattery, the actor, and gets him out of jail. There was one more reference to the Ten Rings in one of these movies. I want to say it might have been Ant-Man. And it was just a matter of like the logo of the Ten Rings was like tattooed on someone's hand or something like that. And it was like in a very subtle, easy to miss kind of place. But this is supposed to be a continuation, at least, of the story of the Ten Rings and the Mandarin, and I'm very interested to see how this is going to go. This is sort of one of the... So, Shang-Chi is one of the new characters that's being introduced into the MCU. I don't know anything about when this is supposed to take place. I don't know anything about the character of Shang-Chi at all. So I'm very interested in seeing what this trailer is going to look like, so let's dive on in. Ooh. Always dig a little practice post. Doing some one-inch punch style training.
I gave you 10 years to live your life.
Okay.
Where did that get you?
So I wonder if this is gonna... I'm going to turn this down a little bit on my side.
My shadow.
Interesting. So I wonder if any of this is going to lean back to the start of the MCU. Every time I go to speak, they speak.
It's time for you to take your place by my side.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, damn. There were some, oh, very nice. We got like a whole... Ooh. We have a really wide mix of different... That was a cool shot. That was good.
Who are you?
Okay. Ooh, nice. Oh, Jesus.
We make a good team.
All right. Okay. So yeah, that was interesting. There were a lot of different... there were a lot of different styles of like fight scenes going on there that were kind of neat. We got one set against the neon backdrop that it feels like this is more speaking to like my experience with films and things, but it reminded me a lot of oh no, which one was it? The Bond movie that came after Casino Royale, and I'm suddenly blanking on it because it was not all that great generally, but wow, I'm completely it's between Casino Royale and Skyfall, and then after that came Spectre, and for some reason the one in the middle is just like gone. with Mr. Green as like the bad guy. I don't know why I'm blanking so much, but they had a scene where it was fought in nighttime against this neon backdrop, but they were like inside the building, and there was a lot of like interesting like light play and things like that. There was a really interesting bit in there with kind of fighting in looked like kind of a woodsy sort of area, which for me it reminds me of the movie Hero, which I'm sure is, you know, more of like the broad you know, Chinese fighting, like Chinese swordplay and that sort of thing, you know, film style. There were some interesting like CGI things going on at the end. I thought I saw him like, it looked like he was climbing on the back of like a dragon or something. Like there's some crazy shit here. The fight on the bus with the sword with the energy thing on the end gave me like kind of an X-Men vibe. I don't know why. I did just watch a bunch of X-Men movies the last couple of weeks, so like maybe that's just bleeding into my brain, but there's a lot of interesting stuff going on here. I'm curious if, because he was like, I gave you 10 years to live your life. Like, I'm curious if there's going to be any sort of like throwback connection to, you know, the Iron Man 1-ish kind of times of things. Now, granted, like 10 Rings is implied to be like a much larger sort of group that, you know, is omnipresent throughout the world, and the version that was in Iron Man 1 and was, you know, I'm just gonna do this forever. The one that they were pretending to be in Iron Man 3 was more of like a Middle Eastern like sect of it, whereas maybe this is either the main chunk or this is the Chinese sect of it or something. But I'm curious if there's gonna be any kind of connection there, because depending when this takes place, if this is modern day in the MCU, modern day in the MCU is 2023, 2024. So 2013, 2014 would be around the time of Iron Man 3, a little after Iron Man 3, and probably generally around the time Trevor Slattery got busted out of jail and brought to the Mandarin. So maybe that's kind of, I'm wondering if we're going to see a Ben Kingsley cameo near the beginning of this as something that happened in the past that set Shang-Chi on this particular path. But it seems like the idea is Shang-Chi was kind of sort of groomed by the, I don't know if that was supposed to be the Mandarin, the one who had like the long hair, or if that's supposed to be a different character entirely. But there's an awful lot of like general bad dudes running around in this. There's kind of a lot going on. I'm very interested to see what that's going to mean for all of this. Interesting. Yeah, this is, so like I said before, Shang-Chi is a character in kind of a sphere in Marvel that I don't really know almost anything about. So there are probably a lot of things in this trailer that other people are going to pick out and be like, "Oh, I know that." Not so much for me. But I'm very excited by this. I am all about, like, I'm a big fan of the MCU. I do like, you know, what they come up with. I have been very interested to see where Phase 4 is going to go, because there's so many new origin stories, so many new characters that are going to get the spotlight. And Shang-Chi is definitely one of them, and I'm very excited to see where that goes. Yeah, Yeah, I'm trying to think if like there was anything else that I want to say about it. I'll be intrigued to see where this one goes and how it kind of fits into the overall patchwork of the MCU. Because the only things that like I'm aware of so far are just like the Ten Rings as an organization themselves. I don't know if any of the other characters have really like been involved in other places, or how this would all tie in. But yeah, so September 3rd. This year, 2021, barring any other delays, is going to be Shang-Chi, and that is following Black Widow, which is July 9th, I think. I had it written down before as I blow my face out in the shot. July 9th, yeah, is going to be Black Widow. I think there's supposed to be quite a lot. I think there's 4 movies coming out this year, and I think this might actually be the third of them. Black Widow, no, this is the second of them. Shang-Chi, you got Eternals in November, and then Spider-Man No Way Home in December. So yeah, so that is it for my reactions to this. You can check it out on Marvel Studios' Twitter, Twitter.com/Marvel Studios. They've got the trailer up. And yeah, I'm very interested to see where this goes. I'm excited. I'm also excited for Black Widow. I'm dying to get back into theaters. I'm dying to see more of these movies. It's going to be 2 years between Spider-Man 2 and Black Widow, so I'm hungry for it. And I'm very ready to get 4 movies in 5.5 months. So, yeah, tell me what you think about the trailer below. And maybe we'll figure some things out that I missed. So that'd be great. I would love to hear what you guys think about it. And we'll see you next time. Bye.